This week is a massive tug of war between automation and control. We're seeing Google take more power away from manual bidding, while Meta gives us a new partner AI to handle the heavy lifting. I'm Mark from Ignite Visibility, and here's what you need to know this week. Meta just made a $2 billion bet. Meta just integrated Manus AI directly into your ads manager. This isn't just another chatbot, it's a dedicated agent designed to act like a digital research assistant. It does the heavy lifting by uncovering audience insights, generating performance reports, and doing your recurring tasks that usually eat up time. Meta's betting big that it'll bridge the gap between data and strategy. We're moved past just AI in the ad copy. We're now in AI operations. Meta wants you to spend less time in the spreadsheets and more time on high-level creative strategy. The jury's still out on whether it's smarter or not, but an action item for you is to look under your tools and look in the ads manager. Find the AI and task it with something specific research goal this week. Identify the top 3 common pain points. See if it gives you something you didn't already know. In other news, Pinterest just hit 619 million monthly active users. While everyone is fighting for attention on TikTok and Instagram, Pinterest just hit quietly an all-time high. It's a 12% jump over year, and they're doing it by leaning heavily into AI-driven search. The numbers for revenue are just as telling. They're up 14% to 1.3 billion in revenue. And in the US and Canada, they're squeezing out almost $10 per user, which is a 4% increase. Gen Z is also on the rise. More than 50% of their user base is Gen Z. Why does this matter to us marketers? Pinterest isn't a social network. It's a high-intent search engine. People don't go there to scroll. They go there to plan and buy products. With impressions up 41%, but ad pricing decreasing by 19%, there's a massive window right now to get high-quality traffic for lower cost than on Meta. The convoluted nature of other platforms is Pinterest's biggest strength. It's safe for brands, it's visual, and it's where the shopping intent is highest. If your brand sells something visual like home decor or software, you're missing out on these key customers. Stop treating Pinterest like a secondary social channel. Allocate some of your spend from Meta or Google to their Performance Plus campaigns. Focus on collages and visual searches rather than just keywords or interests. In other news, we have the autopilot era at Google starting for ads. Google is causing a stir with new behavior in their low activity system bulk changes tool. Historically, the tool only paused dormant keywords to clean up the account, but as of this week, all of a sudden, marketers are seeing Google automatically re-enabling paused keywords without notice. If you have a paused keyword because it was a budget bleeder or not relevant, Google's AI might decide, hey, this is useful again, and switch it back to active. This can lead to unexpected spend, messy ad pacing, and direct hit to your return on investment, especially if those terms are broad match. This is the most aggressive move forward forced automation we've seen in a while. Google is essentially saying their machine knows your business goals better than you do. It's a black box move that prioritizes their inventory over your specific strategy. Check your change history today. Look for any low activity system bulk changes. If you see keywords reactivated, use the undo button right there in the log. Make sure to navigate to your recommendations page and look for auto apply options as well. And make sure that you haven't given your system permission to remove redundant keywords or optimize your list without a manual sign off. While Google is taking the wheel on keywords, they're also trying to change about how you think about your account structure. On a recent episode with Google's Director of Product Management, Brandon Irvin, he made a big claim. Consolidation is not really the goal, but the machine can do much better than most humans. One thing that they're pushing for is fewer granular setups and more of a structure that groups things around a business objective rather than random keyword variations. Google's smart bidding really needs that density to work. They need fewer campaigns, fewer keywords, more of that broad data put into one place. By consolidating, you're feeding the machine more signals in one place, which hypothetically should lead to better performance. Look for campaigns that you have that have the same goal, the same landing page, and fewer than 15 conversions or so per month. Those are prime candidates for consolidation. Merge them together to give the AI and Google more than enough data for you to start working with and generate more of that ROI. Now, more big changes for connected TV. Roku's seeing a huge surge. Many of the TV users are moving to Roku. In their latest earnings report, Roku revealed their video advertising revenue hit $4.15 billion last year. It's an 18% jump. People aren't just scrolling on their phones, they're spending almost 150 billion hours streaming on Roku's devices. Roku is now the number 2 app for engagement in the US, only behind YouTube. Most advertisers are avoiding connected TV because of its expansive brand awareness, but with Roku's precision targeting, it's acting more like a Facebook ad in your living room. The action item for you marketers out there is look into Roku Ads Manager. It's really built for self-service. If you have high quality video assets from social, test them on connected TV with a retargeting layer. Show your TV ads specifically to people who have already visited your website to drive that final conversion. It should be a high quality audience to start testing with. Last week we talked about OpenAI testing ads, and now a completely different shift from Perplexity. They're dropping ads. Perplexity has officially abandoned its advertising test. They're pivoting away from sponsored ads to focus entirely on subscriptions. Their reasoning? They believe ads undermine user trust. It creates a huge divide in the AI space now. You have Google and OpenAI leaning into ads, Perplexity positioning itself as the premium, unbiased alternative. The action item for you out there: don't wait for Perplexity ads, instead focus on brand mentions. Since Perplexity won't take your ad dollars, the only way to show up is to be so authoritative that their model has to cite you. Use tools to monitor your share of voice and LLM responses. A big change coming across YouTube. They're now providing auto captions for users when they switch on mute. YouTube is rolling out a feature that automatically turns on captions when a device is muted. As soon as you turn the sound back up, the captions disappear. We know a huge percentage of videos consumed in silent mode. Think about if you're waiting in a room, or you're in an office, or you're commuting. This update ensures your message lands even if the user has their volume on silent. One big action item for you: check your YouTube Studio. Don't rely on the auto-generated captions for your brand terms. Sometimes they misspell with the AI. I would manually continue to upload your caption files to ensure your silent pitch is perfect. Now, a big update from TikTok. They've officially joined the European Advertising Standards Alliance. This is a huge move for the platform's longevity in the EU. By signing on, TikTok is committing to 28 different self-regulatory organizations across Europe to ensure ads are legal, decent, and truthful. This isn't just paperwork for TikTok, it's a survival tactic. By formalizing their commitment to social responsibility and fair competition, TikTok is trying to avoid the same regulatory hammers that actually split their ownership in the US. For you, it means that the Wild West era of TikTok ads in Europe is ending. Expect stricter enforcement on disclosure and authentic claims. TikTok wants to prove that in the EU they can self-regulate before the government does it for them. If you're running ads in the EU, the days of unlabeled, branded content or questionable health claims are over. And now another big update from Google on their AI searches. Google just announced a huge redesign to the link experience with AI overviews and AI mode on desktop. They're adding actual hover pop-up cards that trigger when you mouse over a citation. Instead of just a tiny footnote, you can now see a card with the site's branding, a headline, and even, in some cases, a thumbnail image. Why does this matter to us marketers? For a year, people have been screaming about zero-click searches, where the AI gives the answer and the user never leaves Google. This is Google's compromise in some ways. By making the source look like a rich social media preview, they're trying to prove that being cited by AI can actually drive more engagement than a traditional link. Is this a total fix? No, but it does change the SEO game. It's no longer about the ranking, it's about how your hover card looks. Think back to the implementation of Twitter cards, Facebook cards that many marketers were putting on their websites 10 years ago. If your page title and featured image aren't optimized to earn that click, you'll stay as a footnote. I mean, Google's effectively turning search into a content discovery rather than just a set of links. Make sure to look at your articles and your pages, focusing on a hook in your intros. Also, make sure your open graph imagery is correctly configured as well. My final piece of news for you is Apple Podcast Video. Apple's finally going head-to-head with Spotify and YouTube by launching a full video experience for Apple Podcasts this spring. Using their technology, it will allow listeners to switch seamlessly between just audio and video without missing a beat. It's not just a UI update, it's a monetization update. For the first time, creators can dynamically insert video ads, including host read spots, right into their shows. If you have a podcast, you are now a video creator. Start filming your sessions in high def. When this rolls out, the audio-only shows will feel dated. Being early to Apple's video feed will likely give you a massive discovery boost in their algorithm. Here's your checklist as a digital marketer for the week. Make sure to log in and audit your Google Ads. Ensure the low activity tool hasn't automatically unpaused your keywords and drained your budget. Test out Meta's new Manus AI. Open your ads manager and delegate a small research task to see if it actually is going to save you time. Diversify into Pinterest and Roku. Pinterest hit a new high for users, and Roku revenue is up almost 20% year over year. It's time to move a test budget into these high intent visual searches and on connected TV. Finally, level up your podcast. If you're still not recording in video, make sure to do so because Apple's new video podcast experience launches this spring and you don't want to miss out. The big picture of digital this week is the automation versus control tug of war. The common thread across all these stories, we're entering the operating system era of marketing and AI. Whether it's Google re-enabling your keywords, Meta's AI managing research, or TikTok and Roku building shoppable ecosystems, the platforms are no longer just tools, they're trying to be your automation partners. They want to take the wheel on the technical execution so you can focus on the one thing AI still can't replicate: human taste and strategic judgment. The landscape is shifting from search to discovery. People aren't just typing in keywords into a box, they're having real conversations with AI, scrolling through local video feeds, and shopping directly from their TV screens. The winners this year and beyond won't be the ones with the biggest budgets or the most complex ad accounts. They'll be the ones who own their data and build brands that people actually trust. When the AI is doing searching for the consumer, you need to be the authority it chooses to recommend. Make sure this year you stay transparent and keep a tight grip on your settings, and always, always, always be testing new strategies. I'm Mark from Ignite Visibility, and we will see you next week.